So very good. My name is Chawki. I'm part of the Google Cloud team here in Doha. Very good. So I'm part of the channel team, but also leading data and AI initiatives. Okay. So just maybe this picture, this is, I don't know if how many of you have tried Imagen 3 of Google, our image generation tool. This is for a prompt asking to show us Doha as, in the future, as sustainable city. Okay, this is really, we just released new version of Imagen 3 and we have amazing quality. So this is, if you will live for the next 20, 30 years, this is how Doha will be. So as I told you, I'll speak more about how to bring your company from really doing some experimentation to do innovation and bring you to the next phase. And to do so, I wanted just to maybe take you through the innovation journey of Google. I think Google can be a good example to tell you where we started, where we are today, and then we will speak about AI and what it takes really today, because you hear there is a lot of solutions in the market. There is a lot of LLM. There is a lot of generative AI. So what it takes for a company to succeed in that. And we will go through as well, really to transform your company is really you need to have an AI strategy. This is really very important. I will touch base on what are the key elements to have a successful AI journey. And then we'll leave you with some few words about what you need to take out from this session. So let me just start with the culture of innovation. And this is where we started at Google. Larry Page, Sergey Brin, they were the founder of Google 26 years back. They started with a small data center for Google search. And it's amazing, the story. I've got the bill of this data center. It was around $8,000. They built their first data center. And if you look behind, they used some Legos to have to frame the machines because they wanted to go with like low price things. They started this in 1997, and they launched Google Search in 1998 as a company. And this is where we are today. This is our Sunnyvale, where we have our headquarters. And this is what Google became now. This is our data center. I think we're still inspired from Legos. So the colors you see are really related to that. But really today, what is behind Google as a company, like Google Search, YouTube, all this, we are bringing it to companies as Google Cloud. So Google Cloud is the infrastructure that we use for YouTube, we use for search, for Drive, for every product you use today. This is what's Google Cloud. So how really we did that? So it's very important, and from day one is really to think, and I put in a post like 10 minutes back. Today, with democratization of technology, like you agree with me, accessing to technology, accessing to AI become very easy, and even you can develop things with no code, low code. But what's important is to get ideas. It's to really innovate with ideas and then to realize them with this technology. So it's very important to think about really applying, testing your ideas. Really don't hesitate. Don't think between solutions. Go ahead and try. And you can actually iterate. I have an example of, it's nothing to do with IT. It's a photograph teacher, okay? He took two groups of students, and he asked one group to take the best shots. So take your time, but do the best shots. And another group, with digital today, you can take as many shots as you want. And then he assessed them. Who do you think the group who won after this assessment? The one who took the best shots or the one who tested and took more shots? For one or two? More shots. So this is just to tell you, this is a real surveys. You see that people who take really the time to succeed, they have like less ideas, because they, even on ideas, they are very, like, they take their time. They have slow failures. They don't fail a lot because they take their time, they choose the right thing. But look to the end, the success rate is very lower than the people who tries more. The people who tries more, they have more ideas. They have less slow failures. They fail quickly, right? It's what we call fail fast, fail often. But at the end, they succeed more. So don't really hesitate. Don't be shy. Don't be waiting for the new release of things. No, do things and then accelerate. So this is how we did to have this today. You know what is this? We have today in Google, out of 15 billion users, products in the world. In the world, we have 15, around 15, we don't count. 10 of them are Google products. 10 of these products are $1 billion and more. We have 5 of them with more than $2 billion users. This is really amazing. And this is, by the way, Google, if you look to the history of Google, sometimes we have stopped some products because we thought it's not succeeding, right? And we are not afraid to do that. So if really something is not working, you can stop it. But this is where we are. And from AI perspective, our discussion today, all these products, from day one, we injected AI in, like YouTube recommendation. On Google search, like a lot of AI from day one. All our products today are really empowered with AI. So from AI perspective, Google has been for really years innovating and open sourcing what we do. And this is really, I want to re-emphasize on this fact that Google really is the first participant. We participate a lot of open source. When it comes to AI, our first really big thing was TensorFlow, what we open sourced it. And our next big thing, of course, you see a lot of things happening in between, even on non-AI, like big data, Kubernetes, and all of this. But for our revolutions today of AI, Google has been at the origin of it. In 2017, when you saw 2017 going here, we worked and we released a research paper on what the transformer architecture. And we were doing it to improve translation. And actually what happened is this technology or this architecture has been, because we open source it, people like OpenAI, like when you say GPT, you know the T is transformer. So this is really, we started this evolution and we first released the first LLM in 2023. We were like around May. And then it accelerated. As we speak today, we are at Gemini. And Gemini has different versions, right? We have, and the idea of different version is that what you do, you don't always need the big and best model. You need the one required for your task. It's very important to think, and Google is releasing a lot of foundational models that are really specialized in specific tasks. And lately as well, we released an open model called Gemma that you can use on your own platform locally, like on-prem or on other hyperscalers. One very important thing that we are doing today is Gemini is multimodal. It's the first LLM which is multimodal, meaning you can interact with it on on videos, images, text. Not only, it's not only text-based. And the other really big thing and unique about Gemini is Gemini 1.5 Pro has a 2 million token window. What does it mean? It means your prompt, when you interact with Gemini, your prompt, it can be up to 2 billion. What does it mean, 2 million? It is like 2 hours video. So you can put a video of 2 hours and you can interact with it. It is 1.5 million words. It's a large document that you can do. So it is, like, I would say a picture or a video is worth 1,000 words. So I will let you watch this video, and I will take after.
This is a demo of long context understanding, an experimental feature in our newest model, Gemini 1.5 Pro. We'll walk through a screen recording of example prompts using a 44-minute Buster Keaton film, which comes out to over 600,000 tokens. In Google AI Studio, we uploaded the video and asked, find the moment when a piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket and tell me some key information on it with the timecode. This screen capture is sped up, and this timer shows exactly how long it took to process each prompt. And keep in mind that processing times will vary. The model gave us this response, explaining that the piece of paper is a pawn ticket from Goldman & Company pawnbrokers with the date and cost, and it gave us this timecode 1201. When we pulled up that timecode, we found it was correct. The model had found the exact moment the piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket, and it extracted text accurately. Next, we gave it this drawing of a scene we were thinking of and asked, what is the timecode when this happens? This is an example of a multimodal prompt, where we combine text and image in our input. The model returned this timecode, 1534. We pulled that up and found that it was the correct scene. Like all generative models, responses vary and won't always be perfect. But notice how we didn't have to explain what was happening in the drawing. Simple drawings like this are a good way to test if the model can find something based on just a few abstract details, like it did here. These are just a couple examples of what's possible with a context window of up to 1 million multimodal tokens in Gemini 1.5 Pro.
So this was the previous version with 1 million. Imagine what you can do with 2 million. This video, 44 minutes, is not known, or the model is not trained on it. It sees it for the first time. And this is really the type of things you can do. So what it takes, actually really, again, back to the fact, okay, we should innovate. What it takes is also to think about a platform where you want to develop your application. So since 2 years, we have got a lot of organizations who are working with us. These are some of the public references. You see here, for example, Forbes, Yahoo, or Samsung. These are really, for example, Forbes, they do a search engine. They use Google to build their search engine on their website, and it is amazing. Then you have Yahoo, which really, it used to be a competitor of Google. Yahoo today is using Gemini to do email writing. It's in Yahoo email. And Samsung, as you might know, S24, it's really, we embedded Gemini on it, the Gemini Nano. So all the AI you find on Samsung S24 is based on Google. So we did some analysis, and we came up with the fact that really to succeed in choosing your platform, you have first to think about an integrated platform. You have really to differentiate with your knowledge, meaning that you need to be able to customize the models with your knowledge. Then, very important is to have, like, to pick a partner that has a history, as you have seen, history and a future. It's very, Google is really known to be here since, I say, 25 years, and we are leading in AI, and it's really important to choose the right company. The last point is very important. Today, when you put whatever you develop into production, you have to be really sure that it will not hallucinate. It will not have really inappropriate language. And this is really very important when you pick. Let me go through one by one these different points. First, as I said, unified platform. So today, Google is the only company in the world that has the end-to-end stack, from the infrastructure layer to the development layer. Let me go quickly. Google is offering our own process HPC, like TPUs. It's the equivalent of GPUs. We are offering as well a library of model. We are not locking you in Google models. So in this library, you have more than 150 models that are open source, third party, and of course, our foundational model, our Google Gemini, it's called Model Garden. And on top of it, you have a MLOps platform called Model Builder. And we started as well developing and providing agents that can help you to develop, for example, search engines. I think who else than Google can help you to create an enterprise search engine just by pointing the system to your knowledge base, and it will create a search engine for you. And we have also a chatbot agent builder where you can create a chatbot in no time. Just you point it to FAQ, for example, and you create a chatbot. So when it comes to really your knowledge, it's very important to customize, to be able to personalize these large language models, to tune them. Not only this is to ground them in your business, in your language, to make sure that they are not hallucinating. All of this is very important. Today, Google is offering different types of tuning. Whether you want to build from scratch, this is what we have done with Fanar, for example. It was a from-scratch system. Or if you want to tune a model like Gemma or Gemini. Okay, this is really important. Then I think I spoke enough about the fact that Google has been there like since 25 years. We were doing AI from the beginning. We are as well really, when it comes to giving you the options between different models, we are proven to be the best cost versus function company, best TCO. We have some papers I can share with you on a TCO we did, the total cost of ownership. And lastly, last point is on the fact that really you want someone to guarantee that what you are doing is safe, right? We have in our platform, we can help you to create safety filters on your models. We have, and this is a commitment from Google, if you use Gemini, and if for any reason your customers or your employee will face any wrong things in the interaction, Google will assume the responsibility. We are so sure that our models are really proven to be good when it comes to hallucination of this. And lastly, the last point is about responsibility. It's about really building responsible AI, choosing the right model, having the right check for biases. All of these responsibility things, what use case you can use, you cannot use, what data of your customers you are allowed to use. It's very important as well. We have a framework that helps you to be responsible in whatever you develop. So just a hint about, from Google has been recognized in 2024 as leader in AI infrastructure, leader in foundational models, what I said, these foundational models, which are task-specific models, in data science and machine learning, and in cloud AI for developers. So you see in every aspect, if you would like, whatever your background is, you see that Google really has been selected as leader or proven to be leader in that. So now, as I said, it's very important when your work is not really, of course, you can be having one use case or things to experiment. But my advice is really to think about having an AI strategy for your company. It's very important from day one. And what it takes really very high level, of course, you need to think about a data foundation. You need to think about a vision. You have to have a vision, where you want to be, where you are today. An assessment or readiness assessment is very important. There is a lot of surveys, there is a lot of things. Even on the web, Google can help you to assess where you are today. And then it's very important to put this strategy in place and to this is the best point, is to prioritize your use cases. So you need really to create this culture of innovation. So you need to have a lot of ideas, of course, but have a committee, for example, a center of excellence, an innovation center, whatever you can call it, that can really prioritize use cases, okay? And very important point as well is talent. Today is you, even if you have business background, is you there, because now you can work on AI even if you are not technical, right? So it's very important to do cross-skilling, upskilling, awareness to your teams. And last point is about having an AI-ready infrastructure. We spoke about it. A platform will really enable you to not only develop one application or one use case, but is to lay the route for you to develop really successful transformation using AI. What are just time's up? I need 1 minute. So what I really advise you there, first of all, really to have a successful AI journey, having a strategy is very important. Really, having a clear roadmap where you are today, where you want to be in 1 year, in 2 years, and then really start applying it. Have the right technology partner. Really, pick the technology partner that will help you to succeed in your journey. And last point is really this innovative or innovation culture, which should be bottom up and top down, everywhere. Your leaders should really embrace this innovation culture, but you have to educate your teams, your colleagues, your company to really have this, I would say, fail fast, fail often approach. So test, try, fail, and restart. With that, thank you so much for your time, and thank you.
I can see a lot of you were taking photos of those slides, so I want to let one question, because I want you to be able to answer. I know we're over, but anyone have a question they want to share? Anyone? Oh, yes.
Thank you for your talk. So, in industries or in corporations that are a bit stiff or harder, difficult to convince for innovation, and that are also, they have employees or management that's a bit scared of new technology, how do you convince these types of organizations to actually adopt and implement an AI strategy effectively?
Very good. Thank you for your question. I think when I said awareness, people are afraid of things they don't know. So as much as possible, like, we need to educate, even top management. I think some of people, and one very important thing, there is a quote, they say, leaders that are using AI will beat leaders that are not using AI, something like that. You know, you need to challenge your leaders. You need really, and it's very important for the competitive edge of any company today. You will be disrupted in no time, because the speed of the movement, the speed of the transformation is very big. And even if you are not, I would say, in commercial sector, even if you are in government, you will see yourself like delayed comparing to other government entities. So it's very important in any sector to enable people, to train them, to make them aware. And we are more than happy, and we do this. We launched 2 weeks back our Center of Excellence here in Qatar, physically next to the airport, in the business free zone, Qatar Free Zone Business Innovation Center, where we can deliver these kind of sessions. And we can work with you to do this kind of things. And again, bottom up and top down. We can speak about awareness for top management, but enablement on the technology for your employees and for your technical team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Chawki.
Thank you.
Thank you.